up now. It's an update. I'm a real snob. I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my stay. I'm finna give it a good shot on my cafe.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century. The home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go from Kansas City. Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Yellow.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 9.
Easy. Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Pacheco. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and goal. Mahomes. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs 7, Buccaneers nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They run with the argument. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd down the road for Mayfield. Picked off by Drew Tranquill. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Buccaneers nothing.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Left side to Godwin. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. He's got a 1st down inside the 45. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
That's good for a 1st down.
So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. 14-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss.
That one, take it in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs are on the board. It's now 14-7. Here's McLaughlin now at the score. He'll kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Kansas
Once again, it's Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one. A 1st down throw for Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Has some room inside the 30. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
19 yards.
A pickup there of 19 yards. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. They face second down and 7.
Yellow, yellow. Where's it?
Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here's a run with Hunt. And he's in! Touchdown, Kansas City.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A give. This is Irving. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Jabari Connor there on the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points.
Oh, pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is George Karlaftis in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's third down. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield going up top for Evans. And that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it's going to lead to fourth down. So on fourth down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
On first and 10, here's Baker. Moving to his right. Going up top. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that will lead to a second down.
Yellow.
Patrick to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. talk things over before third down. A handoff to the tender. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This from an even 50 yards out. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A gain there of 27 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. George Karlaftis. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Mayfield. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and long. Now Mayfield in trouble, and down he goes.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before you enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, toot up, mate. Get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ball and jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. That's the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beach like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run up to the next steak. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the pub. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And he's going to take this return out of bounds.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Pacheco gets it from the gun. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw it deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll run, Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot. You can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Pacheco again. And he will find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off, but don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
19-yard line.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Hey, 47. Gun.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Dak now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Well, we're already seeing his leg's going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Aubrey puts it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. It was almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
It's Pacheco again. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Connecting on the slant. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yellow.
Running right is Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
kicker on now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Friday.
First down, here's Dak. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 25-yard line.
Yeah!
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, kill! 47.
3rd and long for him here. He's got it. It's complete to Pickens. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short.
13 yards on the play. And the Cowboys.
And in motion, out of the slot.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Dak throwing again. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right to Friday. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Back to the air. Prescott. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Yeah! Here we go, Friday. Keep the ball moving.
Throwing again. Prescott. That's incomplete left side. Intended target there was C.D. Lamb. And that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Aubrey puts it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
Xavier Worthy now on the return. He'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15.
The Chiefs make over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Yellow.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
He'll throw it. Look at that power, deep left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. that's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go, going to 54, wide eight. 26.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Here's Prescott. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go, wide eight. Here we go, going to 54, wide eight. 26.
Back to throw, here's Dak. That throw behind his intended target.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Wide eight. Wide eight.
Throwing again is Dak. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And
it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Here we go, kill. Hey, 47. Here we go, kill. 26.
Snap is off, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. Gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go. Hey, kill. Wide eight. Here we go, 46.
1st and 10, Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott now on third down. And this is another incompletion.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
Here we go. Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide 80. 26.
Now it's Prescott again. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers.
Yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah. It's so rugged, so raw, it's so rugged, so raw. One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, what's for breakfast? 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Xavier Worthy now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Chiefs first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Going to the ground again on first. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Running it after the penalty. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Taken down back at the 42.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. His first throw is an interception. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Mahomes' pass intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
Hold on. Check. We go tonight. We're good. Like 20. What's that?
Goff taken right to the air. Big strike here to Williams. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Given 24 yards on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
Hot. 180. What's that?
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who've got to have short memories. You tell me those two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
It's everything he has under this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
There's another one to Williams. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on first and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for second and long.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
A gain of 12. And a first down, Chiefs.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Ford Field right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll have it second and 8. Right back to Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they can have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Hey, 43. Yellow. 15. Yellow. Right side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying some time right. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
So you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that out.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Offense in the hurry up here.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Butker knocks it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Yellow.
They'll run here following the penalty. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Run is caught, and they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. That was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that forces them to 4th and goal. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right half. Butker knocks it through. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Jacob Sailors now to return it. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, call. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
48-yard line.
5.
On 1st down, it's gone. Another one caught by St. Brown. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And they're going to get this down to the floor before being stopped. Working quickly here.
15 more yards.
Value three, value
That's
three.
another
Super one.
Detroit Lions first down.
Hey, kill.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throwing again. It's gone. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Lions get their first point of this game just before halftime. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
The score, Lions 7, Chiefs 3.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Yellow.
Looking to throw. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. It falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Butker on now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. First and 10. A start on the ground with Gibbs. Dropped for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Shotgun snap here to go. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter.
Off to the races, middle of the field. Breaks free in the center of the field. Sam Laporta. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions drive their lead to 11.
14, Chiefs 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. Spins out of one side. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him. Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Lions will return this well into the red zone before he's brought down.
Mahomes pass
may envision that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
We go tonight. 4 now.
They go play action with Goff. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation.
And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. Well, as they drive forward to win right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Running left with Pacheco. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. To the air, Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. The intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Mahomes to throw for it. Buys time, rolling right. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Has it down close. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions keep their drive alive and reach Pater 1 play later. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. Has a hole left, room to run. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs make it an 18-point game.
Chiefs 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
Butker
City.
on now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
What? Super what? 180. Value 3. Value 3.
Up to the air now. And this one is launched downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
180. Mavericks. 12.
Now go for it, Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. Offensive line fast.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They'll run, Pacheco. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Pacheco can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. We can't wait to watch this one.
And they stop him with just a 1-yard gain. That's going to make it 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
It's a designed run for him. And he's in for the touchdown.
Kansas City.
The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. They broke out the designed run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play. And
oh, no, they get him yet again.
The 2-point attempt is
most defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and at least show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Soup, like 20. What's up?
Off play action, Goff. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be hauled down on the gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line.
2 yards. That's good for the Lions.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one, and they've got the football too. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Did you see the replay? Got it! What I saw.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Maverick! Here we go. Turbo set.
Goff off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
2 for 1. We go to the Merlin.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
And 20.
Again, Goff. Finds him on the slant. Still has some space inside the 35. Still fighting forward. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions go up by 19.
Chiefs 16.
Has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he tried to finesse that one far too much. It doesn't come close to the landing zone, so set this drive up at the 40. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Gets a few on the plunge forward. Working quickly here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Value 3. Value 3.
43 yards. And the Lions.
Looking inside the red zone. On him quick, and they bring him down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And they're turned away again. 2 great defensive stands. We've arrived at 3rd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions about set to celebrate this win. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Super.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one connects. And this is down all the way to the 3.
You know, Kate, I never get frustrated with completions. Never turn down a completion, but in this case, it really did have to look beyond that route. Not enough to move the sticks.
Well, I guess 3 isn't enough to pad the lead. They're pulling out all the stops. It's 4th and goal. 4th down, pass coming. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Fade snap for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead.
42. Chiefs 16.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
1st down now. Ball at the 33. Out of the gun. It's Mahomes. Trying to push deep downfield. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Slow knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
I don't fault to look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you. And do it for
Still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Back to throw Mahomes. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. We've got 2nd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
The Lions take over 1st.
Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. This is caught inside the 15. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would, really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Trying to push deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, and they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
So 1st down from the 41.
What? 180.
They're going to pass it here. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
That's good for the Lions.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
What? 2 for 1. By 20.
Goff setting to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. It's like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that.